Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. Here today to show you the new Quickstand premium bow stand. This is a way to hold your bow and keep everything off the ground. Now I'm back here in the corner of my yard. You can see this is not the most manicured area of the yard. But it's really the only area of the yard that I've got that's got a little bit of hilliness to it. The rest of the yard is just completely flat. So there's no pile here that we're going to use to test this thing out. Now what this is a way to hold your bow that will keep the cam off the ground. And it's also a way to hold your bow that you don't have to drive something into the ground. This is completely stake free. You don't have to do anything like that. You can just literally set this down and set your bow into it. And we're going to show you close-ups here in just a minute of this thing in action. But this is 3/8 inch steel. This is powder coated, and it is has rubber here to protect your limbs. And it also has rubber here where there's contact from your leg to keep this thing nice and quiet. Your leg will slide around a little bit and make a little bit of noise there, but it's not too bad. It's got a pin there holding that thing on. This is powder coated black, and I do have one or two areas on this where the powder coat is coming off. Right here, we'll show you in just a minute here. Right here where this weld is, I got some powder coat right there where that hits down. There's some powder coat that's coming off there, and there's a little powder coat on the side that's coming off. The legs also have rubber caps on them, so nice and quiet there. And overall, it's just a really nice, functional design that's easy to use. So I love stuff that is not complicated and works effectively, and this works very, very effectively. Now, there are 4 different models of this, but we're going to try this out with some different bows. There is your standard model. There is a model for recurves. There's a model for past parallel limbs, and then there's a model for standard parallel limbs. So I've got the model for your standard parallel limb bow. And what I've got out here is I've got 3 different bows that we're going to try out in this thing. I've got a prime, I've got a new breed, and I've got a PSC. And I've put all these in here, and they all seem to work out just fine. So if you're a guy like me who's got multiple bows, you can order one of these, probably the parallel limbo, and it'll probably work on all of them. The other thing is it works on all different types of terrain, which we're going to show you here. It'll work not only on flat ground, but it'll work on ground that's a little bit uneven and stuff like that as well. So we're going to step up here, and we're going to move. I'm going to move out of the way. We're just going to show you how this thing works, and we're going to show it to you on some uneven ground. Okay, so here's how it's going to look without the bow in it, just on level ground. And you can see you've got a long leg here, and you've got an area right here that your bow is going to go in. Now, your bow is going to face the leg. So this is just a parallel limb bow, and it's going to slide in there just like that. So you can see that quick, that easy to put this thing down, set it up. You literally put the leg out, put that in there, slide your bow into it, lean it forward, and you're good to go. The nice thing is now your cam's not touching the bow, your stabilizer's not touching the ground. Your cam's not touching the ground, your stabilizer's not touching the ground, nothing's touching the ground. I got another one of these. It's got a similar design up here, but you have to stake it down into the ground. And on our Missouri rocks, or just big piles of rocks that we have around here, it wouldn't go into the ground. I had a heck of a time getting that thing in the ground on my ground blind. So that's a parallel limb bow. We also have the new breed GX2, which is a little bit of an odd shape. It's kind of a past parallel limb bow. So you can put that in there, and you can see it leans forward quite a bit like that, but if you move it back here to the cam, it sets up just fine. Same way with the PSE. This is the PSE Evolve. You can move it right back here to the cam, and it tilts it a little bit more than your standard parallel limb bow, but it will work with this bow as well. So don't think that if you order one kind of these that it won't work with some of your other bows if you're like me and have several different models of bow. Alright, so it will work again on uneven ground. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's just the slightest little hill right here, and you can see because of the way the leg stands, just because the terrain is uneven doesn't mean it's not going to work. Same way if you flip it around the other way, it's still going to work out just fine. So you can see uneven ground, You know, either way, no matter what the terrain is, this thing's going to work out just fine. Okay, so that is the Quickstand from Quickstand Archery. Their website is quickstandarchery.com. You can see this is a versatile little product. It is simple, it's well designed, it's easy to use, and it's built like a tank. You're going to get tons and tons of use out of this thing. It's going to be great for hunting situations. It's going to be great to have at your range at the house. It's going to be great to take with you on to 3D tournaments. You know, it's just going to be a very, very useful little product to have for several different things. You know, it's just going to be a great way to keep your bow elevated up off the ground. Your cam's not going to be in the ground. Your stabilizer is not going to be in the ground, and it's just a very simple, well-designed product. And another thing that I like about it is it's made in the USA. So I love products that are made in the USA, and this one is definitely an overbuilt, well-designed, well thought out, simple, easy to use product. And overall, it's pretty quiet. You know, for hunting situations, when you're going to put it down on the ground, it's well thought out. You know, you can tell that a hunter used it. It's going to protect your bow from the ground and protect it while you're out on a 3D course as well as be quiet when you're in the woods. So check this out, quickstandarchery.com, and for more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check us out at ikesoutdoors.com. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share these videos. That really helps us. Please be sure to check us out on Facebook under Ike's Outdoors as well. Appreciate you guys watching.